Guys, here's the truth, women notice everything. Not just what you say, but how you move, where your eyes linger, the way your shoulders rest, even those subtle gestures you don't realize you're making. And here's the wild part, some of those quirks, they're not just seen. They're magnetic. I'm talking about those small, subconscious signals that bypass logic and hit straight to the emotional core. The kind of moves that make her lean in, feel that spark, and wonder, what is it about this guy? See, most men spend their lives trying to impress with big gestures, flashy clothes, loud talk, money, muscle. But what truly captivates a woman? It's not the noise, it's the unspoken confidence, but it's the subtle presence that speaks louder than words. So today, I'm breaking down 9 underrated, subconscious gestures that trigger deep attraction, even if you don't realize you're doing them, and once you understand these, you'll never carry yourself the same way again. Let's start with number 9, the slow head tilt, also known as the presence anchor. You might not think much of it, but when a man slowly tilts his head while listening, especially during eye contact, it activates something primal. This isn't just about body language. It signals emotional openness, grounded awareness, trust. That slight tilt says, I see you. I'm here. You have my full attention. And here's the psychology, that gesture mimics something deep in our emotional memory, the same motion babies use to show curiosity and seek safety. It taps into what neuroscientists call the caregiver response, a subconscious system that makes us instinctively trust you more. But there's more to it. That slow, curious tilt doesn't just show interest. It makes her feel like you're tuning into something deeper, not just her words, but her energy. Like she's worth understanding. In body language terms, it's called a rapport gesture. It softens defenses. It creates intimacy without pressure, and that's rare, because most people listen just to respond, but a man who listens to understand? He stands out. He makes her feel seen. And that feeling lingers long after the moment ends. So next time she's talking, don't just nod like you're on autopilot. Let your body lean into the connection. Let the tilt come naturally, and let her feel that your mind isn't somewhere else, because presence is rare, and presence is insanely attractive. Number 8, the one eyebrow raise, aka the micro challenge. This move? It's subtle, quick, and straight up magic. That slight lift of a single brow, especially after a bold or cheeky comment, sends a powerful, silent message. Oh really? You're going there? Without saying a word, you've just created playful tension. It's part flirt, part challenge, all confidence. Body language experts call it a micro-challenge, a flash of intrigue with just a hint of skepticism, and here's the key, it doesn't feel judgmental. It feels fun, like you're not buying into everything we say right away, like we've got to earn your full attention. That, gentlemen, is irresistible to a high-value woman. Why? Because it signals mystery, depth, the presence of a man with his own internal world, one he's not handing over on a silver platter. Most guys, they nod too much, agree too quickly, desperately validate, but the man who lifts that brow and says, interesting, he's the one we chase. That's what Robert Greene calls strategic tension in the art of seduction. You're not just reacting, you're playing. And that kind of play, it draws us in. Now, a warning, use it too often, or at the wrong time, and you'll look like you're stuck in a loop or auditioning for a cartoon villain. Use it sparingly. Pair it with a pause, a smirk, and you'll speak volumes with just a flick of your face. Coming in at number 7, the calm lean, aka the intimacy gateway. Now let's talk about a body language move so simple, most men completely overlook its power: the slow, steady lean in, not the overeager lunge, not the jump into her space move. This is controlled gravity, a moment where it feels like the rest of the world fades. And it's just the two of you. When done right, this calm lean creates a sense of magnetic presence, not pressure, not performance, just presence. Here's the science: a well-timed lean-in triggers the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. The same one activated during deep connection, meaningful conversation, even physical touch, but this only works when it feels natural, not forced, when your body seems drawn in by connection, not driven by desperation. Too fast, and you'll trigger her fight or flight. Too soon, and it'll feel like an ambush, but done with patience and control, it says, I'm not here to crowd you. I'm here with you. That's the difference between charming and overwhelming, between magnetic and needy, and yes, there is a sweet spot. Lean in, but only when it counts, about 2 inches closer than normal. But only after she's already engaged in the conversation. That timing is everything, because when you get it right, you create a moment, an invisible pocket of intimacy. It's like a velvet rope drops around the two of you, even in a crowded room. And suddenly, she feels like a VIP in your world. That feeling? Women don't forget it, but here's where guys mess it up. They lean in too soon, too far, or before there's any connection. And when that happens, she pulls back. The tension breaks. And you go from intriguing to intrusive. So remember this: lean with presence, not pressure. Let the moment guide you. Her body will tell you everything you need to know. Number 6. The jaw or chin touch, aka the silent thinker signal. Ever catch yourself stroking your chin mid-conversation, especially while deep in thought? We notice, and we love it, that there's something magnetic about a man who looks like he's thinking, not fidgeting. That subtle self-touch says, I'm present. I'm intelligent. I'm composed. It's calm confidence in action, and from an evolutionary standpoint, the jawline is a key visual marker of testosterone. So when your fingers trace it, even unconsciously, you're drawing attention to one of your most masculine traits. Think of it as subconscious advertising. You're not trying to impress. You're just existing, with presence. Now add eye contact to that moment, and it's a game changer. Because when you touch your face thoughtfully, while locking eyes, it feels like we're getting a glimpse inside your mind. Like we're watching a moment of clarity unfold, and we want INAS. Christopher Canwell puts it in Atomic Attraction: men who display this kind of behavior seem more grounded, more masculine, and more self-possessed. A man who pauses to think, that a man comfortable with silence, that a man unbothered by stillness, that man awakens something ancient in us. But it's like watching someone solve a puzzle, and suddenly, we want to be part of the answer. So next time your hand drifts to your jaw, don't pull it away, let it linger. Let us see you thinking, because mystery doesn't shout. Sometimes it lives in the silence between thoughts. Number 5, the pause before speaking, the alpha beat. Short pause. Slight tension in the music. This one's criminally underrated. Most guys rush to fill silence, as if it's awkward. As if silence equals weakness. But here's the truth: a man who pauses before speaking radiates control. That half-second beat? It screams composure. It shows you're not chasing approval. You're not trying to impress. You're grounded. According to UCLA research, people who pause before speaking are perceived as more intelligent, more trustworthy, and more thoughtful. But let's go deeper. That pause is a psychological power move. The IT breaks the rhythm people expect. It creates anticipation. We start leaning in, wondering what you'll say next. Feeling the gravity of your words, before they even arrive. It's the same principle slot machines use, that slight delay before the result. It makes the reward more addictive. Now imagine pairing that pause with a simple hand gesture, maybe steepling your fingers, or slowly opening your palms. That combo? Pure alpha communication. IT says, I don't react. I respond with purpose. That's the kind of presence that silences a room before you speak. And leaves a woman curious long after you've left. Number 4, the hand steeple, the silent power move. Picture this: you're speaking clearly, confidently, and your fingertips come together, lightly touching in front of you. That's not random. That's body language mastery. It's called the hand steeple, and it's one of the most powerful nonverbal signals a man can give. Why? Because it takes up space without being aggressive, because it forces your hands to be still and intentional, not fidgety, and because it slows your energy down, anchoring you right into the moment. This isn't nervous twitching, it's controlled stillness, the kind used by CEOs in high-stakes deals. And by magnetic men during flirtation. The steeple says, I know my value. I'm centered. I'm unshakable. And the best part, you don't even have to say a word. Number 4, the steeple gesture, silent power play. When you use the steeple gesture while speaking, especially during key points, something powerful happens. You project authority. Your words hit harder, and visually, you send a signal of calm control that women instinctively associate with leadership. But here's the deeper layer: that gesture, fingertips pressed together like in prayer, also taps into something primal. It suggests thoughtfulness, reflection, even mystery. And mystery, my friend, is raw attraction fueled. Women are wired to feel drawn to men who appear contemplative, because evolution favored those who could solve problems, lead others, and remain steady in chaos. But a quick warning: avoid the reverse steeple, that downward, villain-plotting version. It screams arrogance and makes people uncomfortable. Stick with the classic. Elbows relaxed. Fingertips gently together. Voice steady. It's elegant, masculine, and silently says, I know exactly who I am. I don't need to prove it. Number 3, the shoulder shrug plus smirk, flirtation in one frame. Want to know what really drives women wild? Not over-the-top charm, but playful contradiction. Here's the move: 1 casual shoulder shrug, soft, relaxed, paired with a subtle, slightly mischievous smirk. That combo? It's electric. IT says, it's no big deal. But it might be. It creates what psychologists call flirt tension, that sweet spot where confidence and lightheartedness meet. The shrug says, I'm not chasing. The smirk says, but you might want to. Author Dominic Mann, in Flirt Like a Pro, calls this the push-pull dynamic. It's what turns interactions into a dance, not an interview. The key? Most guys either try too hard, or not at all. This sits perfectly in between, present but chill, interesting but not needy. Pro tip: avoid the double shoulder shrug. It reads as insecure or dismissive. But one shoulder? That's swagger, and even if she doesn't respond right away, trust me, she noticed. And she'll remember how it made her feel. Number 2, the eye contact plus half smile, the shared secret. Now we're entering elite territory. Picture this: you catch her eye across the room, you hold the gaze, just long enough to signal it's intentional, and then a subtle half smile. Not a grin. Not a smirk. Just enough to say, you and I both know something, and no one else does. That can stop time. Facial coding experts call it a controlled emotional display. You're showing warmth, but holding something back. You're inviting her in without giving the whole game away. According to neuroscientist Dr. Helen Fisher, this exact combo, eye contact plus subtle smile, triggers a chemical called phenylethylamine, the same one released when we fall in love. Yeah, one well-timed look can actually mimic the sensation of love, but here's the magic. It only works when it feels like a secret. That's the difference between a creepy stare and a captivating one that the eyes say, I see you. The half smile says, and I'm not telling anyone else what I see. And suddenly, she's intrigued. She's curious. She starts wondering, who is this guy, and why can't I stop thinking about him? Unshakable presence in motion. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a man walk into a room, and without saying a word, every head turns? It's not his clothes. It's not his cologne. It's the way he carries himself. The space he claims. The silent dominance in his posture. That is primal presence in action. This is what body language experts call a territorial display, and it's no accident. It's hardwired into us. A subtle but powerful signal of status, control, and confidence. That you'll see it in the wild, a relaxed hand resting on the back of a chair, an arm draped over the booth, calm and casual. A grounded, wider stance when standing. Or the slow lean back, owning the space like he belongs there. He's not trying. He's not performing. He's just existing in quiet power, and here's the key, he's not seeking validation, because high-status men don't beg for attention. They attract it, and women feel this instantly. Psychologists call it the high-status perception bias, a subconscious reaction that says, if he owns space like that, he must be someone important. It's ancient caveman psychology back then. Status wasn't proven by luxury or fame, it was proven by presence. The man who could sit by the fire and make others feel him, without saying a word. Today, it's the same energy. There are men who ask for attention. And then there are men who command it, by simply being fully present. Here's the secret weapon, stillness. The less you fidget, the less you over-gesture, the more powerful you appear. Stillness is the most underrated form of masculine energy. It creates tension, mystery, magnetism. She'll lean in, wondering, why does this guy feel different? So own your space. No apology, let your body say, I belong here. And when you believe it, she will feel it. The takeaway, these aren't tricks. Not pickup lines. They're not about being fake, they're about being aware. This is the body language of presence, and presence is what women respond to, without even knowing. So ask yourself, which of these signals are you already using? Which ones can you start practicing today to deepen your presence? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And if this opened your eyes to even one new idea, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to Dark Psychology, and turn on notifications, because next time, I'm revealing 7 body language cues women use to secretly test your confidence, and how to pass each one with silent mastery. Until then, pay attention. Make your move. Own the moment.